Hell yeah. Let's actually... I should have done this first. Hi, this actually works. So, welcome to the stream. This is Ace Attorney Trilogy. I have never played a Phoenix Wright game before, so we are going to adventure. And I thought, hey, it fits. I am a legal assistant by day, so yes, I know that this is kooky and wacky, but this will be nice and smooth. So we'll just adjust my camera a teensy bit. And hopefully the game... Oh shit, I forgot to add the game as a source. I need to add the game as a source. I am so crazy. I totally forgot to do that. Attorney. Actually, okay, and then we will tap and hit OK. Why did it go to Lethal Company? Like... That's so weird that the game decided to, Lethal Company. Filters. No. Oh my god, why am I just crazy? Alright. Apologies for the black screen, but I needed to adjust audio control. Okay, making sure my Discord wasn't going off. And here we go. No. So, this is going to be fun. I'm just gonna make sure that... I think this is Ace Attorney 1, so... I'm just gonna do a quick little Google. Ace Attorney. Down the brightness. Yeah. Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney is the first. Here we go. Let me bring my mic a tiny bit closer. And here we go. Let me make sure also my volume should be fine. Episode 1, the first turnabout. Yes, let's play. Hey, I got an achievement for just playing the game. Oh no, somebody committed a murder. Damn it. Why me? I can't get caught. Not like this. Oh shit. Oh, I thought it was Miles. Oh my god. I'm a moron. Someone like him. I'll make it look like he did it. August 3rd, 9:47 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Why am I nervous? Right. Oh. Hi, Chief. Oh, I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. It says a lot about you. Your client as well. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. Favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case? Yes. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out. Oh, mixing up voices already. I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. I wish they could just change, like, the color of the text box. Let me see if there's any option to do it. I will adjust to low transparency. I guess not. Okay. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over. My life, everything, it's all over. Is that your client screaming over there? Yeah, it's him. Death, despair, ah! I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna die! Sounds like he wants to die. Yeah. Nick! Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell him I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. But what's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. Finished. I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me. Who took my baby away? Person responsible for your girlfriend's death. The newspapers say it was you. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts, my best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say, though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. I can relate. I can relate. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That and I owe him one, which is why I took the case to clear his name. And that's just what I'm going to do. August 3rd, 10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom number 2. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts. Prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The, defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. I'm, a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. Yes, Your Honor. Hands shaking, eyesight fading. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. Larry Butts. The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor. Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me what's the victim's name? Ooh, I know this one. Glad I read the case report cover to cover so many times. It's... Wait. Uh-oh. No way, I forgot. I'm drawing a total blank here. Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name? Oh, the victim. Of course I know the victim's name. I, just forgot temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. Cindy. Just press tab to check it at any time, okay? Already did. remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you. Mr. Wright, who is the victim in this case? Cindy Stone. The victim's name is Cindy Stone. Correct. Now tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was hit with a blunt object. She was struck once by a blunt object. Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You literally just wanted me to cover the basis of the case, and that's how I'm deemed competent to defend the trial? You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. Well then, first, a question for the prosecution, Mr. Payne. Excuse me, yes, Your Honor? As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was? The murder weapon was the statue of the Thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim. I see. The court accepts it into evidence. You have to run through the defense to make sure it's acceptable as an fucking piece of evidence. I can't speak. Statue added to the court record. Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Use tab to check the court record frequently. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness. The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand. Chief, what do I do now? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. This is why you coach your client. You coach your client to make sure that they are prepared to take the stand. Uh-oh, Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you? Hey, watch it, buddy! We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Anthony. Didn't they all die? I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me ever. What's it to you anyway? Mr. Butts, what you describe is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies, all of it, lies! I don't believe a word of it! Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. Passport added to the court record. Indeed, she appears to have returned the day before the murder. Dude, no way. The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies. Daddies? Sugar? Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle. Dude! You can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? Right. I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Objection! Should I? Stop him from answering. Objection! My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to this case. Oof. Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? That cheating she-dog. I'm gonna die, I'm just gonna drop dead. Yeah, and when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. Let's continue with the trial, shall we? I believe the accused's motive is clear to everyone. Yes, quite. Oh boy, this is so not looking good. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Well, did you or did you not? Well, maybe I did, maybe I didn't. Oh my god, this guy's a moron. Uh-oh, he went. What do I do? Cinema signal. I like a dog. Well, see, it's like this. I don't remember. You don't remember? Well, then we'll just have to remind you. I got a bad feeling about this. We have a witness that can prove he did go to the victim's apartment that day. Well, that simplifies matters. Who's your witness? See, he would know ahead of time who the witnesses are. Oh my god. I see why Legal, like, blasted Phoenix, right? Like, the anime is so hard. The man who found the victim's body, just before making the gruesome discovery. He saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime. Order in the court. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness. Yes, Your Honor. This is bad. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sott to the stand. Ah, the dude did it. Mr. Sott, you sell newspaper subscriptions, is this correct? Oh, yes. Newspapers, yes. Mr. Sott, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. Witness testimony, witness's account. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was without a doubt the defendant sitting right over there. Anyway, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working? Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building. Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout? Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sott used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal. Blackout right occurred, added to the court record. Now, Mr. Wright. Yes, yes, Your Honor. You may begin your cross-examination. Alright, let's look at this. Okay, so we have the passport, blackout record. That can't be wait, that can't be right. Because the time of death was about 4 to 5 p.m. and he said he called it 1. Cross-examination, Your Honor? Alright, right, this is it. The real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? Why, you expose the lies in the testimony the witness just gave. Lies? What? He was lying? Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is it your client? Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? Oh my god, Phoenix, you're the most incompetent lawyer. You hold the key, it's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Okay? Open the court record with tab, then point out contradictions in the testimony. Cross-examination, witness's account. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he'd left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman not moving dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. This is where we present the blackout record. Or not the blackout record, the autopsy report. Objection! You found the body at 1 p.m., you're sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death at some time after 4 p.m. There was no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? Oh, This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time. After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Saw It, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? Gee, that's a really good question. Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and their whole story falls apart. Wait, I remember now. Would you care to give your testimony again? Oh my god, he's gonna falsify his story. The time of discovery. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Nope. There was a blackout. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. I see. You heard a voice saying a time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Right. You know what to do. I've got this one. Yeah, I do. Alright.
Objection!
Hold it right there. The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. You couldn't have heard a television or a video. Yeah. The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Saw It? No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Wait, I remember now. Mr. Saw It, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That and you seem rather distraught. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Saw It. Let's hear your testimony once more, please. Alright. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. You can't tell the time with a statue, you dingus. You saw a clock. I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Gladly.
Objection!
Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was this statue. Now how is this supposed to be a clock? What? You with your objections and your evidence? Just who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Saw It. Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock. Your Honor, if I may. Yes, Mr. Pink. As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies. I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with his testimony now? I don't believe it's a clock. Like, if I could get a good look at it, I could tell you if it is or isn't. But, like, I, to be fair, have no idea. I still have problems with his testimony because he's still saying that the time and the TV... Your Honor, there's a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Ooh, Eli using the brain that they didn't think about that. Clearly a contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment. You're lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah? Prove it. Prove I went in there. I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Saw It. The sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, maybe, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. What's the meaning in this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. Would the witness care to elaborate? You strike the victim with the clock. That day, I never... Look, the clock, I heard it. No, I mean, I saw... Ah! He threw his toupee at me. Shut up, I hate you! It was him, I tell you. I saw him. He killed her, and he should burn! Burn! Give him death! Order. Order in the court, I say. Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense claims. Mr. Wright, Your Honor, you claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The whole case is writing on this. I'd better think it through carefully. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Saw It heard was definitely this clock. The fact was just clear if you simply... Try sounding the clock? Let's sound the clock now, here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully. I think it's 8:25. It certainly is a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker, after all. So, we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? It's 11:25. Ugh. As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Saw It heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Saw It, try to talk your way out of this one. You can't say that! Like... Haha! You forgot one thing! Uh-oh, what's he talking about now? Well, it may seem like that clock is running 3 hours slow. It proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. That's right. How am I going to prove that? Damn it. I was so close. Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Yes, Your Honor. This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately... Damn it! This ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Saw It. Come all the way down here to testify and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal. A criminal! You lawyers are all slime. Ugh, almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. Not so fast, Mr. Saw It. Mia? I mean, Chief? Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think! But Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason and you'll have your proof. Right? Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow? No, I sincerely can't. How am I supposed to know that? I know you can figure it out. There must be some evidence in the court record. Something that can show why that clock was 3. Find it and he won't have a foot to stand on. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. You say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Do you have any evidence to prove this? I have the evidence that can prove my claim. Blackout record. Excuse me, this proves your claim. How? You can't see what that evidence has to do with the clock. No, that wasn't it. One more chance. Just give me one more chance. There is no proof! I'm confused. I really don't know.
Take that! Take that!
It can't be the passport.
Take that!
Wait, the passport? The victim has just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here... Oh, I see. She still had it set to Paris time. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Okay, I'm being a dumb. Proof enough for you, Mr. Saw It, or should I say Mr. Did It? Wait. Did he just, like, fall dead in the courtroom? Order! Order, I say! Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness? He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly, and find the true culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, innocent. Not guilty. Eli was a dumbass, but still won the trial anyway. And with that, this court is adjourned. Turns out that Frank Saw It was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Saw It let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Saw It grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. August 3rd, 2:32 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. I still can't believe we won. Right. Good job in there. Shut up, watch. Congratulations. It was you. Like, Yeah, I owe it to you. Not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the chief looking less happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over. Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Oh, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Wait, no, I mean... Bad. Bad, bad, bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But Cindy Wendy's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was a... Never mind. Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butt's innocent. Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this, ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner? Movie? My treat. Oh no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present. A present for me? Oh my god, really? What the fuck are you doing, you dumbass? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that make you just want to cry? Larry. Are you so sure? Squeeze me? I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me, it's okay. Well, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him? Huh? Oh, yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? It's okay, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll forget about her soon enough. Look, I'm gonna head home. Thanks a ton, eh? Guess that wasn't the right thing to show him. What was it? There was nothing! Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you'll realize things change depending on how you look at them. People, too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right? Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner on me? We'll drink a toast to innocent butts. Yeah. Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him. Yeah, part at least. You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks? She's hitting on me. And so, my first trial came to a close. Harry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends. But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us, unless you count the clock he gave me up." I didn't know it then. But that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. The end. Okay. The story is good. I'm having a little trouble with cases, but I got another achievement. A brand new episode has been added. Yes, I want to save my progress. Hello, this is Maya. Hey, Maya, it's me. Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Sorry, I've been so busy. How have you been? well, lonely, and it's all your fault. I'm just teasing. I've been great. Finally getting used to having my own place. That's good to hear. Actually, I'm calling because I have a favor to ask. I know. You want me to hold evidence for you? Sharp as always. There's a lot of buzz about the upcoming trial. I just don't feel safe keeping the evidence here. I gotcha. So what is it this time? It's a clock. A clock? Yeah, it's made to look like that statue of the thinker, and it tells you the time. I thought you might like it. You always like toys. Hey, I'm not a little girl anymore, sis. Now. You know I'm only teasing. I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I have to take the clockwork out, sorry. I put some papers inside it instead. Papers? Is that the evidence then? Well, there's a possibility that it might turn out that way, yes. Can you come by the office tonight, say 9, to pick it up? I'll be in a pre-trial meeting until then. Okay, sis, but I expect dinner. Something good. Like, burgers. I could really go for a good burger. Okay. We'll hit the usual joint. Right, it's a deal. Okay, sis. See you soon. Yep, I'll be waiting, Maya. Conversation recorded, September 5th, 9:27 a.m. September 5th, 8:57 p.m., Faye & Co. Law Offices. Now, Miss Faye, I'll take what's mine, the papers. I'm sorry, but I can't give you what I don't have. Miss Faye, you're a poor liar. Why, I see it right over there. That must be the thinker that swallowed those papers. How could you know? Oh, you are not congniferous of my background? Gathering information is my business, you see. I should have been more careful. Oh. My dear Miss Faye, I'm so very sorry. But I'm afraid I must ask you for one more thing. Your eternal silence. Farewell, Miss Faye. Oh, it's that guy. Red, right, white, blue. September 5th, 9:08 p.m., Faye & Co. Law Offices. Uh-oh, I'm late. Huh? That's strange. Guess the chief left without me. She said her sister was coming over, so we should all go out for dinner. What's that smell? What? Mia. She's in our office. I smell blood and that can't be good. I have to check and see if Mia, the chief's okay. Really don't know what you want me to do. I see what I meant by move. I smell blood. Yes, someone's there. Chief? Chief! Chief! You. The strange girl dropped out cold. I left her lying on the office sofa. I went back to the chief where she lay under the window. Her body was still warm. I could feel it when I held her shoulder. Then, all too quickly, it began to fade, until finally she was cold. Chief. encrusted with dried blood. Ironic that this became the murder weapon, again. And shards of glass are scattered on the floor. They seem to be the remains of a glass light stand. It's hard seeing her like this, but if there are any clues here, she was struck on the head with a blunt object. She probably died instantly. Thinker, lying next to her, must have been the murder weapon. Thinker added to the court record. There are some glass shards near the chief's body. Must be pieces of a glass light stand lying broken in the back of the room. Glass shards added to the court record. Nothing else that seems like a clue here. Piece of paper. It must have fallen from Mia's hand. What could it be? The word is written in blood on this scrap of paper. Maya. Did Mia write this? This piece of paper is a receipt from a department store, dated yesterday. Receipt added to the court record. I think that's enough snooping around for now. I'd better call the police and find out what that girl was doing here. Banco ledger book. Everything is written in the chief's ultra-neat handwriting. It's a small office, but it makes a good bit of money. Right. I'd better call the police. That's funny. A few of the screws on the receiver are missing. Looks like someone was halfway through taking it apart. Police! Please, come quick! What was that? Someone screaming from outside the window? She's staring right at me. She's holding a phone in her hand. There's a large building right across from the office. Gatewater Hotel, a nice luxurious place. Surprisingly, the chief was never good with machines. That all she used this PC for was email. We picked up this ancient model at some garage sale for practically nothing. Chief's chair. Simple functional design. Feels pretty good to sit into. Painful to look, but I have to for Mia's sake. Looks like she was hit in the head with a blunt weapon. She probably died instantly. What do you want me to... Oh, books? All the chief's important documents are packed in here. This is where she filed her case records and recent rulings. What else do you want me to look at? A perfectly normal office desk. The chief had a very particular policy about office decor. Spend big on stuff the clients use, but keep your own stuff simple. The phone receiver's missing a few screws. Better not use it. I'd already looked at that. Girl just now. Where'd she go? Put her right there on that sofa. Uh-oh. I hope she didn't run on me. Oops. Scare me like that. Excuse me, but who are you? It's okay. I work here. Maya. Maya Faye. Maya, okay. Yeah. So Mia was writing this girl's name. Maybe I should show her the receipt? I never thought there'd be a use for evidence like this outside the courtroom. She seems to be in shock. I don't want to disturb her, but I have to know. Excuse me. Can you tell me what happened? I came in. The room was dark. And sis. So she was already dead. So you're the chief's sister. I'm her younger sister. And you were here visiting? This late at night? Yes, she said she wanted me to keep some evidence for her. Evidence? Yes, it was that clock. It was the thinker. Before Mia died, she wrote a message with her own blood. She wrote it on the back of this receipt. That's my name. Why? Why would she write my name? Please just calm down. Why would sis write my name? Uh-oh. Now I've done it. Police. Sounds like her coming this way. Freeze, police! Alright, I'm Detective Dick Gumshoe, see? Gumshoe? What an odd name. I received a report from the building across the way, see? About a person saying they saw a murder. It must have been that woman I saw. Anyway, I don't want either of you moving 1 inch, okay? Great. Just great. Maya, wait, she wouldn't have... No. Whoa. Excuse me? This word Maya here mean anything to you? That's my name. What? The victim drew this here note in her own blood, see? With her dying breath, she wrote down the killer's name. Killer? I'm not. Case closed. You're coming down to the precinct, ma'am. What? Mia's younger sister, Maya, was arrested on the spot. I was taken in for questioning and didn't get out until the next morning. My eyes were heavy, but I couldn't sleep. I sat around waiting for visiting hours to begin at the detention center. I had to talk to Maya as soon as possible. September 6th, 9:07 a.m., detention center, visitors room. Squeeze it. Wow, they had poor Maya locked up like a criminal. It's you, the lawyer. Good morning. Good morning. You look so tired. You're going to be my attorney? Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. First things first, I better get her cheered up. Yeah, of course I will. Cheer up. Really? Whoa, did I say the wrong thing? She looks sadder now. What's wrong? You don't think I can do it? No one could. Who would believe me? Even you, when you found me in the office, you looked at me like I'd done it. Did I look at her like that? No, I never thought... It's okay, I understand. And I've also heard about you. Or what about me? I was talking to my sister on the phone the other day. Today was my junior partner's first time in court. Wow, really? How'd that go? It was quite the scene. Honestly, I was on edge the whole time. It's been a while. So he crashed and burned? He's a genius. One of those strike fear into the hearts of evil types. The only thing he's lacking is experience. Sound like it was fun. Well, I know who to go to if I ever get into trouble now. I don't know, Maya. I think you might want to wait. Give him 3 more years. That is, unless you want to be found guilty. That's what she said. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to insult you. No, it's okay. It's true, I guess. But at the same time, I can't just sit by and watch. when I think of the person who did this to Mia, I know. There's something I've been wanting to ask you. Yes? What's with that outfit? Oh, this? This is what all acolytes wear. It's my uniform, you could say. Acolytes, like people in religious training? What is it you do? Oh, it's nothing strange, really. I'm a spirit medium, in training. A spirit medium? I'm pretty sure that qualifies as strange. Could you tell me about the day of the murder? Yes. Let's see. That morning, I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial. Evidence? Yes, that clock shaped like the thinker. One Larry made. How could that have been evidence in a case? Right, she said something about that. I remember. Do you want to hear it in her own voice? Her own voice? Yes. I'm pretty sure our conversation is on my cell phone. You recorded it. Yeah, I forgot how to delete those things. So you say you have a conversation with your sister on your cell phone? Let's hear it. Right. Oh. Just remembered that detective took my cell phone. Sorry. Oh, right, of course. Next time I see Detective Gumshoe, I'll ask him for it. I'll write you a note so you don't forget, okay? Sure, thanks. Maya's memo added to the court record. So you're an acolyte, a medium in training. That's right. The Fae family, especially the women, have always been very sensitive to the spirit world. Wait a second, you said the Fae family? So Mia was into this stuff too? Of course. She left the mountain to follow her career, she said. Her powers were first class too. I had no idea. Wait. What? So you're real honest to getting a spirit medium with ESP and all that? Yes, in training. Well, can't you contact me as spirit then? We can just ask who killed her. I'm sorry. I'm still in training. I couldn't do something on that level. That would be too easy. Something the matter? I was wondering, could I ask you a favor? This is the address of a famous lawyer. My sister gave me this a long time ago. She said if I was ever in trouble, I should call him. And well, I'm in trouble. Do you think you could go ask him to represent me? Sure, why not? I'll go ask. Thank you so much. I have no one else to turn to. Say, what about your parents? I see. Don't worry, leave it to me. Thank you. Trial's tomorrow at 10. Oh my god, that's fast. What? Tomorrow? Tomorrow. What if this guy refuses? They told me that if I don't find one, the state will pick an attorney to defend me. When will that happen? They're giving me until 4 this afternoon. Visiting hours are almost up. I better hurry. Right, I'll be back. Did you tell me about the day of the murder? Sorry, I know it must be hard. No, it's okay. All I've been doing the last few hours is talking about it. Kinda gotten used to it. See, that morning I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial. It's the thinker clock that Larry made. It practically qualifies as a serial murderer by now. So then, when did you arrive at the office? It was right around 9. The lights were off and I could smell blood. But then I found her, my sister. Thanks, Maya. That's all I need to hear from you for now. Oh my god, my throat. September 6th, Grossberg Law Offices. According to the receptionist, the big boss is out. She couldn't say when he'd be back. It must be hard to keep track of everything when you're a famous lawyer. Not to mention run an office like this. I guess I'll just have to come back later. Solid mahogany desk. The wood's been polished to a deep luster. Expensive-looking mahogany bookshelves filled with expensive-looking books. Funny. They don't look like they've ever been read. A painting has been bugging me ever since I stepped in here. Oil paint is so thick it's practically giving me a stuffed nose. I'm sure the price is nothing to sneeze at either, for that matter. An expensive potted plant. No idea what kind of plant it is, but it's probably the most expensive one available. A table for clients. An elegant ebony case, and if I'm not mistaken, that lighter is made of solid gold. Even I can tell someone here's got money to burn. I think I've explored everything. September 6th, Bay & Co. Law Offices. The office is filled with police officers. They're all busily searching for clues. Hey, you there. This is a crime scene, pal. No trespassing. Sorry. Don't I know you from somewhere? Wait, you're that Butts guy, aren't you? No, Phoenix Wright. Anyone mistake me for Larry? I guess I got the wrong name, Mr. Wright. Sorry about that. A Butts guy who was a killer. And you're no killer, right? He was proven innocent. Right. And you were... Detective Gumshoe. Gumshoe, wasn't it? Dick Gumshoe? Right. At your service. Hang on. That's Detective Gumshoe to you, pal. Anyway, get the name right. And don't go calling me Dick. Dick, get over here. Yes, sir. Be right there. You're a lawyer, right, pal? If you got business here, you better do it quick. Ooh, he thinks I'm his lawyer. About Miss Fate, did you do an autopsy? You wanna know the results, eh? Don't you look at me like that, pal. It's no use. He might have been your boss, but that doesn't mean you get any special treatment. Alright. You can see the report, but that's all. Autopsy report added to the court record. About Maya. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the trial. Sorry, pal, but this is one trial you aren't going to win. Why do you say that? Please put Prosecutor Edgeworth on the prosecution. Edgeworth. Sure you know what that means, you being a lawyer and all. Prosecutor Edgeworth. That's right, pal. Mr. Miles Edgeworth himself. That's Australian and New York kind of copied. Wait, you do know him, don't you? Of course I do. I know him. He's a peer prosecutor. He doesn't feel pain. He doesn't feel remorse. He won't stop until he gets his guilty verdict. Well, don't talk about him that way. You make him barely sound human. Still, I'm afraid this pretty much decides the case. So, Edgeworth is on this one. He hasn't lost a case since he became prosecutor at the incredibly young age of 20. Of course, there are rumors of back-alley deals and forged evidence. All I know for sure is that Edgeworth hates crime with an almost abnormal passion. I never imagined I'd be facing him so soon. I was wondering, did you see my face cell phone? Oh, that. I have that. Do you think you could get it back? Sure. I mean, wait a second, pal. Tricky lawyer. Uh-oh, he's on to me. If I tell him why I want it, there's no way he'll give it to me. Anything the matter? Oh, no, it's just, detective. Nope, I know nothing, pal. That cell phone has a lot of numbers on it, like her boyfriend's. The cell phone holds all the little girl's sweetest and spiciest secrets. Ugh. Trying to confuse me. Sorry, pal. Heard you checked all the numbers in memory. Impressive, you're quite the detective. Oh, here, you can have the phone back. There weren't any suspicious call records in there after all. It seems he didn't notice the recorded conversation. Maya's cell phone received from Detective Gumshoe. Nice. Check the court record to hear the recorded conversation. I guess I've asked all the questions I need to. You all done, pal? Yes, thank you. We're heading out now. Oh, wait. One more thing I wanted to mention to you. Don't suppose you're planning on talking to that witness. Anyway, you better not. No influence in the witness with your lawyerly ways, pal. And to think of it, I had completely forgotten about her. The witness? Yeah, Miss April May. Oh boy. May. I'm sorry about this, but I can't tell you anything about it. Well, you just told me your name. Miss May, huh? Oh, that makes me uncomfortable. So you've sent her home already, then? You're trying your lawyerly tricks on me now. She's not to go outside her room until the trial. So she's still in the hotel across the way. Guess I should know better than to try to get a detective to leak information. Got that right, pal. And pay a visit to Miss May. Mioza? Oh yeah, I think we already heard this. Alright, let's go give Maya her cell phone. Hey. What is it? Did you meet the lawyer? Sorry. I haven't seen him yet. I see. I better go see if I can find the silly lawyer she's talking about. I'll go to the hotel. Number 6, Gatewater Hotel, room 303. Well, hello there, handsome. Hi. Smooth, right? Real smooth. You're the lawyer, aren't you? The detective told me. He said, don't say nothing to that lawyer, pal. Remember to self. Thank Detective Gumshoe for making my job harder. Gee, this is all like something out of a movie. It's all so exciting, I can hardly contain myself. Oh, accents are weird today for me. You let me go freshen up so I can look the part of the beautiful eyewitness. Yeah, I'm not gonna keep up that voice. I pity the lawyer that has to cross-examine this one. There's a screwdriver stuck in this drawer. I wonder what's inside. Let's take a look. Hey, what are you doing? No touching. You bad boy. You really shouldn't pry around in other people's rooms now. You wouldn't want to make me upset, would you? Upset? I thought she was going to explode for a second there. I wonder what could be the inside the drawer. See, there are 2 glasses on the table. Is someone staying here with you? Ooh, what amazing powers of observation. You must be one of those famous detectives, like on television. Oh no, not me. I'm, just a lawyer. Say, Mr. Big Detective, why don't you go look for clues in the garbage, Miss May doesn't like nosy little lawyers. Oh boy. Could you just... Who exactly are you? Ooh, Mr. Lawyer, are you hitting on me? No, hey, I'm just doing my job here. You know, you're cute when you blush. Believe me, this is the first time in my life I've blushed this much. Right. Can you just tell me what it is you do? Well, no. You had your little hopes up, didn't you? Oh boy. Do you think you could tell me something? I need to describe what you observed at the time of the incident. Ooh, observed. Incident. You sound just like a lawyer in the movies. I like a man with a big vocabulary. Sure you do. Better not encourage her. You know that thing that happened the other day? The bad thing? What'd you see when it happened? I don't suppose you could tell me about it? Pretty please? Let me see. Well, dream on. If you want to know, you'll just have to come to court tomorrow, Mr. Lawyer. Oh boy. Seems like Mr. Grossberg is out. Well, maybe I should just wait here for him to come back. That wasn't the most over-the-top clearing of the throat I've ever heard. Aha, so you're the one they say has been looking for me? Yes, that's me. It looks even grander than I imagined. A badge on your collar. Ah, so you're a lawyer, aren't you now? Yes, well, yes. What do you want? I'm not particularly busy these days. Please proceed. Not busy? Then how come no one could get in touch with you? Something the matter? You came out to see the one and only Marvin Grossberg, did you not? Well, here I am, boy. What do you want? Out with it. Well, sir, actually, it's about Maya Fey. Ah, yes, Maya Fey. Go on. Why the strange reaction? Cha. I'm really quite busy here, son. I can't go taking cases on a day's notice. No, it's quite impossible. But wait a second. How did you know the trial was tomorrow? Anyway, I'm afraid it's entirely impossible for me to represent her. Sorry. End of discussion. What's going on? He refused me before I even got a chance to ask him. What do I tell Maya? How can you just refuse like that? Please, tell me why you won't take the case. Well, you see, it's just, I'm busy, you see. But the client is Mia Fey's sister. Mia trusted you. She knew her sister would be in good hands. Yes, of course, I know that. However, I'm sorry, but I must refuse. Sorry, goodbye. I don't have time to argue with you anyway. I'll go look elsewhere. Think not. Did you say something? I think not, I said. What do you mean? I'm terribly, terribly sorry. But I'm afraid that no lawyer worth their salt will take on this particular case. Terribly sorry, my boy. Why? I cannot say. I beg your pardon, but could you leave now? I have nothing more to discuss with you. What's going on here? How'd you know Mia Fey? She worked here a long time ago. Quite the apprentice, that one. Learned my techniques in the blink of an eye. She left one day, quite suddenly. She had a mission, you see. A mission? You could see it in her eyes. She followed it with a burning passion. Never looked back, that one. That's quite a painting. You noticed. It's my pride and joy. Impressive, isn't it? Well, isn't it? The color of the sky, the hue of the sea, the weave of the straw hat. It's worth at least 3 million. I have no intention of parting with it, of course. No, I won't sell it. Not even to you. I wasn't interested. It's not for sale. I'm not buying. Jeez. Very sorry, but I've got nothing to say regarding this matter. September 6th, 3:42 p.m. Detention Center. Visitor's room. Hiya. Oh, you're back. Did you find the lawyer? Well, what do I tell her? Well, see, just be honest. I really don't think you should use that guy. He didn't seem healthy. He was all skin and bones. What really happened? You don't mean he refused to help? Oh. I see. I've been abandoned then. What about your family? I only had my sister. My father died when I was very young, and I don't know where my mother is. Don't know? So she could still be alive? The women in my family have been mediums for generations. They say a lot of spiritual power runs in our blood. About 15 years ago, our family was involved in an incident. There was a man, and he ruined our mother's life. Ruined? After that, she disappeared. Several years after that, my sister announced she would become a lawyer, and she left the mountain. So you live by yourself? Yes, gotten used to it. Oh, also, I had to become independent or I would lose my powers. I feel bad for her all by herself up on that mountain. So who is this man who ruined your mother? About 15 years ago, there was an unusual murder case. It made quite a stir. Everyone was talking about it, apparently. The police were running out of leads, and they were getting desperate. Wait, they didn't use a spear medium, did they? The police convinced my mother to try and contact the victim. Wow, so what happened? case was solved, we thought. We thought? The man my mother helped the police capture was innocent. Police consultation with a medium had all been carried out in secret, of course. But a man found out about it and leaked it to the press. He told all the papers that my mother was a fraud, and the media jumped on it big time. She, my mother, became the laughingstock of the nation. I see. White. Excuse me? White? That was his name. My sister told me. White? Just a little longer now before the state-appointed lawyer comes, I guess. 4 p.m. Time's up. What should I do? Do I just leave her and go home? Hi, Cinder. Made up my mind. I'm going to defend you whether you want me to or not. Why? Why? Well... no one is as sad as a person without any friends. I know, I've been there a long time ago. Why did I become a lawyer in the first place? Because someone has to look out for the people who have no one on their side. Maya, I won't abandon you. You can count on me. That's so kind of you. Well, let's fight this one and get you out of here. Right, thank you. Oh, she smiled at last. She looks like an entirely different person. One last question. You are innocent, right? Yes. And I trust you. So you trust me too, okay? It's a deal. So what next? There's something that's been bugging me. It was what was inside that strange woman's drawer. But it was when I tried to look into the drawer that she got all defensive. There has to be something in there. Good afternoon, sir. Excuse me, you are... I beg your pardon, sir. I'm the bellboy of this establishment at your service, sir. Oh, right. I've just come up to deliver room service, sir. Do you know where Miss May might be? I believe our guest, Miss May, is currently using the, facilities? If you've no need of anything, I'll be taking my leave. Please, stay as long as you like. Enjoy. Yeah. Wait, no, hey! Why does it seem like every time I come here, I end up embarrassing myself? Wait, now's my chance to snoop around a bit. I almost forgot. You came back quick. I'd ask you to inform Miss May that there's a message for her. Please tell her that Mr. Wright of Bluecore phoned. Oh, right, sure. Mr. Wright of Bluecore? I've never heard that name. Wait. That was his name. My sister told me. White was the name of the guy who ruined me and Maya's mother. Could it be a coincidence? There's a screwdriver sticking out of the half-open drawer. Now's my chance to see what's inside. What do we have here? A wiretap? What would a woman like her be doing with a thing like this? Wiretap out of the court record. There's definitely something suspicious about this Miss May. Why would she have something like this in her hotel room? There's a story behind all this. I know it. Alright. I'll be using this bit of evidence in tomorrow's trial, that's for sure. For Maya's sake. I'll get to this woman's bottom. Wait, I mean, you know what I mean. Oh, bellboy? Still there? Uh-oh, time to scram. I look forward to tangling with you tomorrow, Miss May. In court. Be continued. Yes, I would like to save my progress. Excuse the hell out of me. Okay. That should be... Oh, that's not the end of episode 2. It's gonna actually make me do the trial. Alright. I'm gonna take a break for my voice, and we will be right back. We are still on a break. That's weird that Cinder's message didn't show up in chat. Okay. let's migrate chat's location because for some reason the whole thing isn't showing. Hopefully that'll be a good spot for it. So I'm going to hopefully finish this chapter, and then we'll have to finish stream because I have some plans. But September 7th, 10 a.m., District Court Courtroom number 1. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fey. Actually, let's make chat smaller. Gotta lock it. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. Better not show any signs of weakness today, or he'll be on me in an instant. Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your... Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder, and we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor. I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin, then. If we may call our first witness, Your Honor. The prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court. Sir. My name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir. Detective Gumshoe. Please describe for us the details of this murder. Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map of the office to explain. The body was found by this window here. And the cause of death? Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. The murder weapon was a statue of the thinker found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in a girl's hands, sir. The court accepts the statue as evidence. You're still calling it a statue? Floor plans added to the court record. Now, Detective. Yes, sir. You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why? Yes, sir. I had hard evidence she did it, sir. Detective Gumshoe. Please testify to the court about this hard evidence. His testimony, Maya Fey's arrest. Ugh, my voice is kicking my ass, finally. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were 2 people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why, we had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. The very moment, you say. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examine what? Couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. Whoosh. Smack. Hey, Maya just threw something at me. What's this? Well, my sister couldn't find any contradictions in a witness testimony. She would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It worked lots of times. I should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. Alright, let's give this a try. Something the matter? No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. The 2 people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. God, this is a pain. something on my phone. Hold on just 1 second. Yeah. If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did it, correct? Huh? Did I say that? Me? I heard you say it. You did say it. You said it. Exactly what about the suspicious woman in Pink's claim was hard evidence? What? Miss May isn't suspicious, and she sure isn't Pink, pal. Well, I guess she is Pink. That's enough. Detective Gumshoe. Do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective? I guess pressing can have its advantages. Yes. Yeah. Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. There was something I should have told you first, Your Honor. Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results showed the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. How you like that? That's my hard evidence. Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective. God damn it, Caleb. Your Honor, why didn't you testify about this vital piece of evidence the first time? I know, I'm real embarrassed. I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir. Try to be more careful. Yes, I know, I love you too. Very well, the defense may begin its cross-examination. Hard evidence. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. Found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results showed the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. I'm going to present the autopsy report.
Objection!
Detective Gumshoe, there's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say that the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note. That she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey? That's really what you're saying? What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it. Who else could have? You have it backwards, Detective. Backwards. The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, Detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately. But... no butting your way out of this one, Detective. Order, order. The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have had the time to write anything down.
Objection!
Objection, Mr. Wright. I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report? When? day after the murder. It was the day after the murder. The prosecution's point being... An autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. What? The second autopsy was performed yesterday at my request. Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object. There is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. Received these results this morning. No way. Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya. That is all. I see. You, Edgeworth, should have known you'd have something up your sleeve. Why, Mr. Wright, you look shocked. Something you want to say? The detective is a sham. Detective Gumshoe, you're a sham. How could you give me a faulty report? Huh? I thought... Detective Gumshoe. I'm disappointed in you handing him the wrong report like that. I'm sorry, sir. You were at fault, Detective. This isn't going to look good on your evaluation next month. What? Your Honor, I submit this report to the court. Understood. The court accepts the evidence. Autopsy report updated in the court record. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer. I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes? Darn, this isn't good. The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. The witness, Miss April May, take the stand. Exactly what part of her is innocent? Witness, your name, please. April May, at your service. Order. An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton winking. Ah, yes, Your Honor. This is not good. She's already captured the heart of every man in this courtroom. Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th when the murder occurred? Gee, I was, in my hotel room, eating. I checked in right after lunch. And this hotel is directly across from the Fanco law offices. That's right, big boy. Please testify to the court about what you saw. It was 9 at night. I looked out the window, you know? And then, ooh, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the massy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her, and she hit her. Then the woman with the long hair, she kinda slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little bitsy-witsy. Well, Your Honor? I see. It is a remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble the witness any... Wait, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright? What about my cross-examination? Thought the witness's testimony just now was quite firm, didn't you? The judge would let a cross-examination happen. He would not just hear one side and not hear both. Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Mia Fey's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies. Hey, how dare you? Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness? Yes, I'm doing it. I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination. Only because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. She has to have some weakness. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination. It was 9 at night, I looked at the window, you know, and then, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was a massy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, dodged to one side and ran away. That girl, she caught up to her, and she hit her. That's it. Nothing really jumps out as a contradiction. How did you know it was my client? Gee. First of all, she had a girl's physique. And secondly, she was small. Who else could it be but her? She has a point. Hold on a minute. That testimony stinks. What? Miss May, I'm willing to bet that you're lying. Are you telling the truth? Did you really see the defendant? Oop. Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this? Yes, what is the meaning? Somebody tell me, because I'm clueless. About this, I mean. Okay. If you had really witnessed my client, Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis except her. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus. But still, we don't know if she was dressed that way that night of the murder. She was, Your Honor. I saw her, and so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May? Roar, what are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all the trifling little details were necessary, darling. Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl, I promise. Your testimony again, if you would. Damn, I almost had her. I did see everything I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off the first. And the first attack and ran off to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it. I did. That clock. The kind of statue-y clock. The thinker, I think. Well, does the accuracy of my report not startle you, Teehee? See, I only wish you'd been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination. Miss May, what you said just now was quite revealing. Revealing? Ooh, you'd like that, wouldn't you? Naughty, Mr. Lawyer. Horny jail. You just said that the statue of the thinker was a clock, but there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock, too. And he was found guilty of murder. Order, order. Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock?
Objection!
The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Yes, yes, of course. You will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright. No, you wouldn't, because the statement is valid. You can question the integrity of the murder weapon.
Objection!
But questions are all I have, Your Honor. And as you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. Well, only once. Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness. Ooh, that was close. If you'd stopped me there, the trial would be over. Huh? What? So what happens now? What happens now is you may answer my question. How did you know it was a clock? What? That's... because I heard it? Yes, I heard it say the time. So you've been to the law offices of Fay & Co. No, hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel room. The law offices of Fay & Co. where the murder took place is very close to the hotel. She could easily have heard the clock. No, she couldn't have. Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied? Nope. No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because... She couldn't have heard it. Oh, actually, it couldn't have rung. Your Honor, members of the court. It is inconceivable that the clock in question rang. It is empty. That clock is missing its clockwork. How could you possibly? Just take a look, right now. Oh. See anything interesting, Your Honor? It is as the defense says. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this? It is as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big, fat liar. That? Well, Miss May? Tisk, tisk. Quite a show you put on for us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty. Somehow, he knew. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty. As you say, it can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there's no contradiction. That's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it. And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed? Oh, impossible, of course. Proof. Oh, excuse me. What? Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves when the clockwork was removed is the phone. We've already read this, so I'm gonna... I need to present it. Ding dong. Take a look at this. That's a very cute cell phone. Oh, you have a girly phone. Wait, this isn't my phone. Listen, this is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder. Order. The defendant's cell phone? This wasn't brought to my attention. Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it? Rumble. The good detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon. I gotta say, I'm starting to feel bad for the big fella. Let's hear the conversation. So you just want me to hold on to the thinker for you then? If you could. I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out, sorry. September 5th, 9:27 a.m. Beep. Your Honor, I think that this makes it clear the clockwork was already gone by the time this was recorded. Which was well before the witness even arrived at her hotel. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know that weapon was a clock? Well, wasn't it obvious? I saw that clock before. What store was that again? I go to so many. Oops, I forgot. So the witness had seen it before. That would make sense. Does the defense have any objections, Mr. Wright? I do, because that is a handmade clock. The witness claims she'd seen it before, but this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court. Well then, let's see it. Please produce this evidence that will prove the witness had not seen the clock before. It's simple. This clock was never in any store ever. What? A friend of mine made that clock. Only two exist in the world. And the one that isn't here is in police custody. Impossible. Everything's sold in stores. Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Oh? Excuse is not on sale today. Ooh, oh, ho, ho. Ah! Okay, wasn't necessary. What's it to you, porcupine head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it. Die! Whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm. Oh. Oh. Silly me. Did I, lose it? I guess I did, teehee. Wait. Scary. Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Oh dear. Does the defense have an opinion on this behavior? Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because... Heard about it. The witness had never held the clock in her hand. However, she'd heard that it was a clock. She heard? That is correct, Your Honor. There's no other way she could have known the thinker was a clock. And I can show you the proof. Well, this is interesting. Let's see it then. Show me evidence proving that the witness had heard the murder weapon was a clock. Wiretap. Have a look at this. Ah, what? That? I found this in Miss May's room. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is. Miss April May? You were tapping the victim, Miss Mia Faye's phone, were you not?
Objection!
Your Honor, this is irrelevant. I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap. This is outrageous. Does the defense truly claim that the witness was tapping her phone? Absolutely. Even if that was the case, which it's not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not. Oh yeah, I think I can. It's simple. What? Here's my proof. The proof that the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock is...
Take that!
Present the defendant's cell phone. Yes, we've seen that. Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim. Yeah, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Well, actually, there's something I want you to hold on to for me. Again, what's it this time? It's a clock. It's made to look like that statue, the thinker, and it tells you the time. Miss April May, you used a wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the thinker was a clock. Am I wrong?
Objection!
Objection. Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer. Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May. Ugh. Shut up, all of you. What gives you the right to talk to me like that? You lawyer? It's no fair. All of you ganging up on me like that. Oh, so I'm the bad girl. Is that it? Is that it? That did it. The court's seen the real Miss April May now. Now to deal the final blow. Why the wiretap? Why did you tap her phone? Answer the question. Do I have to? Isn't this a murder trial? Isn't tippity-tapping irrelevant? She's saying exactly what Edgeworth wants her to say. Miss May, you were tapping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant. While this court does not condone the defense's tone of voice, he has a point. Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court? Can you prove you had nothing to do with this murder even though you tapped your phone? I'd like to see you pull that off. Mr. Lawyer, I saw that evil grin. You were probably thinking I'd like to see her pull that off, weren't you? Damn, she's good. Well, you're not the first man who's thought that, and of course, I can and will. You can't be serious, no way. Way, I say, way. Oh, and I assure you I'm serious, Mr. Lawyer. Okay, so the killing happened around 9 at night? Why, that's just when I was getting room service from that sweet bellboy. Room service? Iced coffee, I believe it was. Iced coffee? You know, like normal coffee, but cold? If you don't drink it quick, the ice melts, and then you have regular cold coffee. Iced coffee? I think I'm making this up. Ask the bellboy. Ergo, the witness was not on the scene at the time of the murder. Well, we knew that already. So where does that leave us? It is my great displeasure to inform you that the witness appears to have been tapping the victim's telephone. However, that is a separate crime with no bearing on the current case whatsoever. Her testimony stands. She saw the defendant, Maya Fey, commit murder. No, they're going to let her just walk away. There's no way I can win this unless I tie Miss May to the murder somehow. Well, does the defense have anything to say? Well, come on, think of something. Well, come on, bellboy. The defense would like to call the bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious here, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it. I think you've sunken quite low enough already.
Objection!
I object to calling the bellboy. Why? What's your reason? Because I hold that the wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. However, if you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness. Condition? If Miss April May's alibi is not called into question after you examine the bellboy, then you will recognize that Miss April May was not the killer, thus she is innocent. And thereby, you must also accept the verdict of guilty for Miss Maya Fey. No, I don't. We're not trying to pin April for the murder. That is my condition. What? I'd better find something suspicious in that bellboy's testimony. Otherwise, Maya will be declared guilty on the spot. What should I do? Alright, I've got nothing to lose except for, well, everything. Understood. I accept your condition. Cool. You fell right into my trap. Uh-oh. Wait. Very well. Court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand. I believe we're ready for the witness to testify. He certainly does look like a bellboy. Yes, sir. I received your summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be of service. That tea set looks rather heavy, so without further ado, the witness may begin his testimony. Very good, sir. I'm the head bellboy at the fine Gatewater Hotel, in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call after 8 in the evening from our guest, Miss May. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 on the dot, sir. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course, and I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May, herself. I see, the defense may begin its cross-examination. Right, I'm ready, I hope. This is it. If I can't prove Miss May was involved with the murder now, Maya will be finished. I'm the head bellboy.
Hold it!
Precisely 9 then? Precisely, exactly, and most definitely, sir. 9 p.m. How can you be so sure? Miss May was quite insistent that be brought there. Oh, bellboy. I'd like iced coffee at exactly 9. Something like that, sir. Therefore, I knocked on her door at the crack of 9, sir. Why would she be so particular about the time? And I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May, herself. sure it was Miss April May herself? Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. Yes, sir. As in, so very absolutely, sir. It's an endearing mannerism of mine. How come you're so very certain? Well, when I brought the room service, sir, the guest, sir, favored me with an embraser, sir. Embraser? Is that French for embrace? It's French for kiss, sir, but not a French kiss, sir. More of a peck on the cheek. Why would she have done that? I believe perhaps she was momentarily swayed by my prim demeanor, sir. It was a moment I shall never ever forget, sir. Sounds pretty fishy to me. I think our Miss May was up to something and wanted the bellboy to remember her. It's no good. There's nothing there. Is that it? Tisk tisk. Finally, you understand. This bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you will end this rather tedious cross-examination here. It was a bit tedious. The witness may leave the stand. Can't let this happen, can I? Wait, please wait. Yes. Does the defense have something to add? One last question. Let me ask one last question.
Objection!
Your Honor, I must object. This charade of justice has gone on long enough. Now, Mr. Edgeworth. All right, Mr. Wright. I'll give you one more question, that's all. Okay. This is really it now. This is my last chance. What do I ask him about? Bed making. Tell me about making beds that day. I was wondering what you were going to ask, but bed making and noodle. Now, Mr. Edgeworth. The witness will answer the defense's question. Yes, well, it was quite like any other day's bed making. I changed the sheets, the pillowcases, and then I proceeded to make the bed. I had to bring pillows for two, of course, but they're quite light, you see. I see, thank you. Pillows for two? Bellboy, what did you just say? Yes, pillows are light, sir. Bellboy, tell us the truth now. Was someone else staying in Miss May's room?
Objection!
I object. That was objectionable. Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question. Yes, I see. Why did you not mention this in your testimony? Well, sir, you didn't ask. Nice try. That's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention. Yes, quite. Indeed. It was the, good barrister there, Mr. Edgeworth, who... He asked me not to mention it if I wasn't specifically asked, sir. Oof. You fool! I mean, that's valid. I've done it. I've won. Miss April May checked into a twin room with a man, correct? Yes, sir. Then when you brought the room service, you didn't see that man in the room? That's right, sir. Your Honor, we have just learned of another person involved who may have been in the murder. In light of this new fact, I hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth? And who, Mr. Wright? Who is this other person? Simple. It was... the man who checked in with Miss May. Your Honor, as has been previously revealed, Miss April May was tapping the victim's phone, yet Miss May herself has an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man that was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder. My, what a convenient little setup, but it's too late. Too late? I suppose you'd like it if it was too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who hid the presence of the other man from this court. Oof. Upstart. Amateur. These accusations are ludicrous. Enough. The court acknowledges the defense's argument. I expect the prosecution and defense to look into this matter fully. Am I understood? Yes. Yes, Your Honor. It is all today for the trial of my affair. Court is adjourned. September 7th, 2:24 p.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 1. Mr. Wright, you were amazing in there. Really? I think I might be your newest fan. Oh, I was just doing my job, you know? Then again, that other attorney was pretty cool too. Huh? That face of his, with his eyes wide and trembling lips, sent shivers up my spine. If you say so. So, what happens with me? Do I get to go home now? Well... No, I don't think so, not yet. Oh, I see. But I got a great lead in today's trial. A lead? That man with Miss May. He's the key. Oh, I get it. What happened to Miss May after that, anyway? I heard they arrested her. I guess she's learning her charms won't work everywhere. She's probably at the detention center now. I may have to go down there later. Anyway, this case is far from closed. Yes, sir. I'm going to find out more about this man. Do you think he was the one who... Maybe so. Sis, don't worry. I'll find him by tomorrow, I promise. I'm counting on you. I asked for a full record of April May's testimony. I thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow, but now that I have it, I'm not so sure. Most of her testimony was all lies. In fact, there's only one part that hasn't been stricken from the record. Any testimony out of the court record. I don't know how much good this will do me at all now. Anyway, time to hit the pavement and do some investigating. Maya doesn't belong in that detention center, and it's up to me to set her free. Yes, I would love to save my progress. And this is where I will leave the stream. Thank you guys so much for sticking around, and we'll see you next time.